So as we go into our second week of trading, things are just starting to look a lot more downhill. Things are not that pretty right now. SPY, QQQ, everyone's kind of just dying out, and it's pretty unfortunate. Along with that, crypto is dying out. Over the weekend, there were a lot of alerts for Doggy, and people were uh, sending. There were three analysts that do crypto alerts, and they were all saying, enter Doggy, enter Doggy. It's still falling below 15 cents, which is really unfortunate because now it just looks pathetic and it kind of feels like it's going to go down all the way to possibly a penny again. And maybe by like mid-year or end of the year, people are going to, hardcore jump on Doggy and have it jump to close to 50 cents again, which would be pretty epic, I guess. So we want to wait till we see some positive crypto movement, right? Especially from Bitcoin. At this point, though, with Bitcoin dropping this heavy, Bitcoin is the one that's looking the most uh, impressive, if anything, and the most lucrative one to actually buy because that is looking like it's going to jump up all the way to 60 plus whenever the time comes, I suppose. Right, so it's still kind of a gamble to try to get into crypto right now, but that's kind of where things are sitting right now. The stock that's being talked about the most is Lulu, right? So stock fell 6% after the athletic apparel retailer warned that its holiday quarter results will be hit as the Omicron variant of the coronavirus forced it to cut down on staffing and store hours. So people are actually shorting Lulu big time, right? Sales hurt due to Omicron. Everyone's kind of bearish. These are basically three different resources of talking about Lulu being a bearish stock at the moment. Down nearly 7% this morning during pre-market trading after earnings and revenue for its fiscal fourth quarter are now expected to be at the low end of the company's range. Company also expects adjusted earnings towards the low end of its range, and as earnings season is now upon us, the news is discerning and puts Lulu under major support levels if it opens below $330. Additionally, analysts surveyed by FactSet had been expecting fourth quarter revenue to be pretty high, 2.17. They're saying it's going to be 2.125 or lower, and earnings are 3.34 a share. Excuse me. Now already looking like a miss. So poor earnings possibly will cause this stock to fall. Now remember, playing earnings is always scary. Sometimes stocks give bad earnings and then their shares actually skyrocket, and other times stocks give great earnings and their shares don't. So the world of earnings is a scary one to play. The safer thing to play is the movement of the stock as it approaches earnings, right? So like the day before its earnings are supposed to be reported, that stock might be going up or might be going down. Right now, Lulu is in the might be going down area where you would maybe get five contracts of shorting it, sell four of them as you make profit, and then hold one for after the earnings, just in case it dips big time. Even after that, then that one contract will make you bigger profits. But if it comes up big time, you probably won't lose too much, especially because earnings are often after or pre-market. Um, if it's aftermarket earnings, then if the stock either flew up big time or dipped big time, oftentimes by the next day it comes back to normal again. So it won't be the worst case scenario where you lose too much, right? Other than that, I'm also going to be watching Zynga, right? So soared over 50% after Take-Two Interactive. T2 is down 10%, but T2 announced it plans to buy the video games developer for $12.7 billion in cash. So I definitely want to keep an eye on that. And other than that, not much else really happening, right? So we talked about a couple of things over the weekend review regarding the economic calendar, things that are going to be having earnings this week. So we got Tilray before market opens. That's already done for now. Organigram and a couple others, right? The banks are the only stocks looking like they're moving positively this morning, right? So JP Morgan, Citi, Berkshire, they're all actually the only ones that are pointing upwards, whereas everything else, literally everything else, whether it's a SPY, QQQ related stock or a stock that's not covered by the two, they're all pointing down, and it's kind of scary right now. So it looks like one of those days where you could literally buy puts on anything and you'll probably profit. Fed is ready to raise the hikes on interest. So that's pretty much one of the biggest reasons everything's kind of falling out, and it just sucks, right? It just sucks. So that's pretty much all there is to that. let's see what today brings us, and then I'll catch you guys again later tomorrow.